I'm going to read from the Real Far Country again. This is about the causal level, the third level. And dumb enough not to recognize my glasses are on my head. There's many a man who's fallen into that dark place. Here we go on this little short reading. The main difference between the upper region wave pictures and those of the lower realms is simply the degree of refinement and the freedom of will in the upper worlds. We work with using the new wave pictures for rest points in eternity for the sake of bringing newness to ourselves instead of moving to the newness point. It's rather hard to get this across to the average mind because in the unseen worlds, we have little need of motion unless we desire it. Desire is something we do not need at all because we are all totally taken care of in the real sound-light reality. Also, we are in the dominating joy and happiness of being in the absolute position of being isness and with the great reality itself. The relation of cause and effect cannot be applied to the reality in the real universes of sound and light. One more. Causation has no meaning in the lower worlds apart from change. And as the succession is relative, causation is merely an appearance. What we see is what we think we get. It is certainly useful within the limits of experience, but it really cannot be regarded as anything of absolute validity. Basic elements of life in the real universes are succession, new wave pictures, and rest points. But all of these are working within the three abstracts, isness, here-ness, and now-ness. All of these rest within the basic framework of reality itself. Once you have completely understood the true reality that life is, then you can free yourself from the illusions of the first three levels. The main idea here is to break through the shackles that hold you to the lower levels so you can enter the real universes and have the rest of your days in reality. Yeah, or choose to go somewhere else. Or some so-called cause and effect reality here. And that it could be here and now as well. Once the real guide comes into your life, you are assisted beyond your restraints until you are free from here. I like that. Just pick up the book at random and notice that it's like, don't do it now. You hit the insert button. Excuse me. On the reality I'm sharing has something to do with experiencing that. So I wrote a song today called "Find Your Way, La Vida." Find a way into open arms. La vida, love on. No religion's gonna take you home. No golden woman gonna hold your hand. No .gov to pay all your bills. No karma debts to hold the will. Light up like the sun, shine on. Live in water, 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 and find your own way to give. Hold your own love, life, and live. And that was fun to write this morning, and it's an example of kind of being spontaneous, and I highly guess recommend it. It's kind of boring otherwise, and I guess that's the difference. Ride, 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 live, live, live. Story of our lives. Funny. I don't have any more to add to it all. I'm happy and honestly grateful for even having any avenue to share and hear, especially. And I'm also experiencing this, let's say, conduct almost everywhere I go. Because I don't see much else, I'm going to go and talk to somebody about the weather and no, I mean, yes, but it's always good to shift things, and it's a way of talking with people where there's always this higher, let's say we'll call it the higher perspective, that's there, whatever. I was at the beach 2 days ago, and a woman had a cover. I made a video there with her, covered from the sun, and very nicely set up. And they offered me all kinds of drinks, anything I wanted, pretty much. But the woman was extremely pleasant. Her name was Marion, and she had a setup with the speaker to her computer, and she was playing nice music. And so she let me plug into the computer my address for Pantyhose Song, and she let it play on her speaker loudly. So all the beach was hearing it, sort of. The people, it was pretty crowded, and how interesting, I didn't have to do anything to get a presentation out, and I wasn't doing it for myself. It was just this is a way of using the moment and taking advantage, let's say, or using what's available, the subject or the music, yeah, that we have, and or whatever else it is. So, cool. Funny thing is about the self-recognition part, because it can become self-convinced very easily, and that's a fine line, We used to call that walking the razor's edge. And I was Paul Twitchell's using it from the movie. It was called The Razor's Edge back in 1940s, or I think, from the book. I think it's from On Human Bondage. I'm not sure, but certainly that's the reference all the way too. What level of human bondage are we willing to accept or not? And yes, Heidi Ho, we don't have to go into any of that if we don't want to. Easy peasy, abracadabra. I don't know. Thanks, Val, for letting me read that. And